Welcome back, y'all. Bend Adventure Part 2. Last week we showed you around town, took you to a few breweries, including one that had a puppy party.
Yeah, and who doesn't love puppies?
The Brewery Capital of Oregon, and also apparently the sunniest place in Oregon. Which one makes you happier? Watch and learn. Puppy playtime. So here we are.
Are you happy?
For this episode, we've got our friends in town from San Diego, Martio and Eugenia, and it's all about outdoor adventures, hiking, floating, paddleboarding, and their first time whitewater rafting.
Better put that hand up. Let's see it. Woo! Oh! Woo!
But it's not just outdoor adventures. We actually visit the very last store standing of an old franchise that some of you might remember. Mommy and Daddy, what are these little black boxes?
But before we kick this thing off, we realize we've got quite a few new viewers these days, so we figure why not take the time to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Thomas.
I'm Victoria.
And we've been at this full-time RV thing for 2 years now.
And if you want to see how we do full-time RV life, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. Did you know that like 80% of our views come from people who don't even subscribe? I see you people who type our name in the search bar every week at Project RV Loving Lost.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
All that's gonna happen if you hit that subscribe button is we pop up at the top of your feed and you don't have to search for us anymore. And if you want to go one step further, you go ahead and ring that bell and it will actually let you know when we put new videos out. All of that helps us bring you better and new content every week.
Okay, but enough of all that. Time to get to the good stuff. Now, our first adventure, Elk Lake for a paddleboarding session. This place is picturesque. The Three Sisters mountain range on one side of the lake. Off on the eastern horizon, Mount Bachelor. We didn't actually even realize this till we got there. This place is 5,000 feet above sea level in the Deschutes National Forest, and they've got an RV campground, some lodging, tent camping, a restaurant, and this place is packed with people paddleboarding, fishing, and we actually saw people out there sailing boats. Bend, Oregon, day 3, and we are currently on a paddleboard mission. Where are we?
Elk Lake.
Which is, they say, whoever they is, the most popular paddleboarding lake in the Cascade Lakes in Central Oregon.
Guess we're about to find out why.
All right, gang, let's do this. Okay, so apparently they were not lying. It is absolutely gorgeous out here, and I see why people vote it Central Oregon's top paddleboarding lake, whoever, again, they is.
It's definitely something to
like paddleboard on the lake and see the snow-capped mountains behind it. Beautiful.
There's people sailboating out here, ton of paddleboarders. There's people out here enjoying the beach. So this place is about 40 minutes outside of Bend in Deschutes National Forest, but it's on the Cascade Highway. Is that what they call it?
Cascade Lakes Highway. So it's a highway, you go by a whole bunch of lakes. But if you are just wanting to come to the lake itself, they actually have a whole campground, a lot of cabins, everything. So
the other suggestion that people made is Devil's Lake, and we drove by it, and it's majestic as well. So it's like turquoise water. It's pretty crazy. All right, so that was a successful trip.
Look at this monstrosity. Look at this.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh my god, vanilla bean?
Mario said, I never met a shaved ice that I didn't like.
Plays into the Deschutes River.
A little bit more. A little bit more. Right there, right there, right there.
Mario, director of photography. Okay, so you know how this goes. I may mispronounce this. I'm gonna say Tumalo Falls.
might be Tumalo, not sure.
90-foot waterfall about 25 minutes outside of Bend here in the Deschutes National Forest. We think it's 90 feet, but we did the research a few days back and we've researched a lot of things and now we have no service, so we can't give you, sue us. Yeah, sue us if we're wrong. There's two ways to go about this. There's a 7-mile in and out trail that you can take. There's also a drive to the parking lot and walk uphill a quarter of a mile to the viewpoint, which is where we're standing.
We decided to do something in between, so we parked in the overflow parking lot and turned it into about 1.5 miles total.
Yeah, so instead of a half a mile or 7 miles, we're sitting at 1.5 miles, and this is our work and reward system because this is absolutely beautiful. But next stop is floating the Deschutes River. You know, Victoria, keeping it low. Low and slow, low and slow. It is a little slick. Hold on, I gotta figure out where my next foot's going. There it is. Yeah. nailed it. Definitely worth the adventure. We walked down to the falls, you can do that too, but just be careful, it's a little steep and slick and sandy and
Muddy.
yeah. So just watch your step, but had a great time for sure.
That 97-foot waterfall was a beaut. And by the way, it's pronounced Tumalo.
Shocker, I mispronounced it. So now that you've seen our first few adventures, we put in a little bit of work, but who doesn't love a nice lazy river float? In Bend, you can do this float by yourself. We went through Tumalo Creek, a company that'll take you up and down the river and can rent you floats, kayaks, and paddleboards.
Ready. We can take this shuttle if we want to.
What's the deal with R2s in their shuttle?
They'll take them.
They'll take them. Yeah, we have shuttle.
Inflated? Okay, then let's
Yeah, there's people that
The
do
other
that
option
right
is
now.
we can do, but we're not going to make it on the shuttle because we haven't inflated yet. So the other option is we can do what we originally planned, and the shuttle stops here before it stops where our truck would be.
So we could just,
And so we could
drop this off and then go
it'll
back
take us
to our truck.
Deschutes River float. Let's tell you how to get this done.
This is Ben's favorite pastime for sure. There are a ton of people out here. There's a couple of companies that'll do it, but specifically we went through Tumalo Creek. How much was it for a tube?
It was $6. Well, the tube is about
I think not.
but it's $6 for the shuttle.
$6 for the
All
shuttle.
day.
So we had 3 tubes in the truck. We had to rent 1, so not a bad deal at all. Honestly, you could do this by yourself, but there is no reason to not use this shuttle. You can
No.
bring your own paddle boards, your own tubes, stuff like that. So, like, why bother with putting a car at the end and beginning, you know?
Yeah, they
Use the
make it
shuttle.
super easy for you.
Yeah, they are experts at this. Sunday fun day. Let's go.
Here, it's got handles on it. I'll hold on to one of them.
I gotta put on it. It's gonna be a surprise for everyone.
All right. Let's get these rapids.
Oh, that sounds fun.
No going back.
Uh-oh. It was nice knowing you. Oh, that's it?
That's it. That's literally it.
I told you that us being tied together. That bag here is good. I think it's good. It's connected. That was fun.
Rowdy Rapids. Oh, this one's a little bigger. Oh, it's gonna pull all of us.
Oh my god.
I just ripped a hole in the bottom of the float.
Oh, and the
Yeah.
netting, that right?
The netting, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Holy I just got slammed.
Oh my god. All right. All right, here we go. Push off. Oh my god.
Pick up your butt.
Pick up your butt here, guys.
I definitely lost one of our mugs.
I know you did.
I tried to chase it down.
Okay.
long as you're okay, you don't care about guts. Right, here's one more. One more. Giddy up,
Word to the wise, do not tie your tubes together, especially when you're going down those rapids. I mean, they were a little more serious than we thought. It might be okay for a solo adventure, but all together, that was a hot mess.
Yeah, okay, and so here's the deal. You saw me splashing around in the river there, right? Well, the sun was just about to go down, so I spent the rest of that float freezing my you-know-what off. But it was beautiful out there, and we did have a good time. Yes, I was absolutely traumatized and freezing, but we couldn't let that stop our adventures.
No, so the next day, we went a little further down the Deschutes River into the Deschutes National Forest for some whitewater rafting. There are a lot of rafting companies that you can go through around there, but we went with Sun Country Tours for their Big Eddy trip.
Now, this was only a partial day trip. It took about 2 to 3 hours on the water. It's $59 per person, and they'll meet you in town at their home base, and they're gonna shuttle you up into the forest. Our guide, Cole, very cool dude.
Happy bellies all around.
My happy dance.
Hey, Cole. Good, man. How are you?
Where you guys from? You guys
Kind
know
of.
each other?
Yeah. They're from San Diego. We're
North Carolina.
yeah, but she's a travel nurse, so we're kind of up in Oregon for a few months. Happy Monday. Worst things to do on a Monday. Do you need to tighten it up, or is just in general too big?
It doesn't.
It's on backwards.
It's all backwards. Did I do that?
Yeah, so
Yeah, you gotta crank the back
this
thing.
thing goes like
Yeah,
this.
you gotta crank the back.
I was like, I know
Crank
this
the
is in the
back,
back.
baby.
It's not back. Okay, I feel better about
They're
that.
pretty universal.
There we go.
I mean, you got a pretty big melon too, so.
Nobody asked.
7,000-year-old flow.
Wow.
Creates all these rapids up here.
Nice.
Going over lava shelves. Sick.
Is this where that cave is that you can walk through? It's like a where lava went.
Lava tubes is down on the other side of this lava.
your
Oh,
feet
I
in.
didn't even talk about anything yet. So you guys figured out
We're the
how
first
to lock your
timers.
feet in, right? So you guys in second row, you want to take your foot and shove it into the gutter. Yeah. And then your other foot either goes forward or heel back like you have it. That's good. And then you can either sit right on the red tube or in the crack, whichever you like.
Awesome. All
This
right.
treacherous rapid is known as Fluffy Bunny.
Fluffy bunny.
Watch out. I'll get you.
The fluffy bunny.
Water comes through it.
Let's try this. Let's try forward 2,
1,
and
2.
And this is the Deschutes River Trail. This goes 25 miles all the way from Meadow Camp to Benham Falls. So this is our first one, first class 3, called Kenmore, or the washing machine. Basically, we're just gonna hit this one kind of right down the center and try to stay away from that stuff on the right because that can be slippy,
Yeah.
hot and that. So we're just gonna kind of go right down the middle. Come on down. Yeah, so this one's like this is like the crux of our run. The reason is because I can't really hit it straight. You see why? We've got rocks here, rocks over there, more rocks here, waves pushing over there. So what I'm going to do to hit this one is I'm going to kind of have to get an angle so that when we go forward, we go this way rather than straight down the
Right.
road, right?
Shoot it down this way.
Yeah, we're kind of drifting it a little bit, kind of coming in like this and then whoosh like this.
Yeah.
Where you're most likely to fall out.
I wouldn't say most likely, but it's definitely, you know, one of the ones that on the right side you're a little more exposed because I'm going to be turning this way, right? So just make sure your feet are super locked in. You know, you can sit up on that tube a little bit, but just make sure you're locked in.
All right, rapid newbies, y'all ready for these?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Straight down the chute in the first one.
Forward one, and all forward. Keep it going forward. Stop!
Woo! Woo! Heck yeah.
Nice job, y'all.
Let's go.
Forward one.
Woo! 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 Awesome. Cool. Heck yeah.
All forward.
Woo!
Oh my god, you can't fall on me, man.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna fall on me.
Forward one. Forward one.
Woo! Woo!
Got a lot of water in my mouth.
Tilted a little far on one. I was like, oh.
Feel your full force coming out.
Woo!
Forward.
Oh, forward!
Stop.
Oh! Awesome.
And forward two. Nice job, y'all.
Woo!
High five.
Hey! Woo! 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 Good job.
Nice job, y'all.
Good job.
That was a lot of water.
So yeah, next rapid is a bull rider rapid. If you want to ride the bull, you know what that is. You sit in front like this. If you fall, you'll fall back.
It's
Yeah.
kind of yeehaw right here.
Yeah. It's your bull run, girl.
Like in the marathon?
Yeah, yeah. Like sit on the front and hold the rope, right?
Right in the
Put
bull.
the rope on your side.
And lean back.
One arm up though.
Yeah. All right, there's our professional bull rider. Yeah, woo! Let's go. That's the thing about these rafting trips. You always got to say yes.
Yeah.
Like, whatever the option is, yes. Ride that bull, girl. Woo! Yeah, girl. You better put that hand up. Let's see it. Woo! Oh! Woo! Yeah, you can come back now. That was it. Yeah, that was it. That was what you were riding, girl.
That was fun.
Good job. Let's see it, bro. See ya. Woo! Little chilly?
little chilly.
Little chilly.
A little chilly.
Get out real quick. Oh, there she goes.
Go back. Okay.
Very cool. Now, give me your shoulder strap. You pull up, I'll pull up. Good. I got you, bro.
Shoulder straps are a lot thicker than I thought.
How's it going down there?
Swimming along. Yeah, natural painkiller.
Looking in here.
Now we spin it this time. Let's go. Right side back, left side forward.
Woo! 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 Oh! Uh-oh! Wait, I'm watching.
There we go.
Woo! 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 Nice. Yeah. No, I was watching you. I was like, all right, we're good. Hey, good job, gang.
Nice guy.
Good job, gang. Nailed it. Awesome. Very, very cool. Cole, thank you so much, man. Try to see you later, bro. Everybody enjoy that?
Yes.
Was that anybody's first time?
Her first time.
Nice. Very cool. That was their first time too, so.
So cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun, man. It's pretty. So damn pretty. Whoop. Teamwork. Dreamwork.
Now, unfortunately, this was our last outdoor adventure with Mario and Eugenia. We ended up just spending the rest of the night at the river in town.
And this is the thing about our RV adventures. We get to go cool places and we meet amazing people like Mario and Eugenia. And it's exactly how we met them in the first place, a trip to Zion National Park.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Happy bending.
Ben.
That's right.
Now this is where we'll leave you to enjoy a couple more sites around Bend, including a visit to the very last branch of a nostalgic former franchise that you may not know if you're younger than a millennial.
And y'all make sure you come hang with us next week because we got a fun one. It's a first for us, our very first Oktoberfest. And in fact, we're headed to Oregon's Oktoberfest capital. It's called Mount Angel.
Yeah, this little Bavarian town absolutely explodes for 4 days every year. There's so much beer and sausage.
It's almost time for the Beer Olympics.
I'm so
Here
excited.
at the beer garden. But that's not all, y'all, because over the next few weeks, we're hitting up a couple national parks, Crater Lake and Mount Rainier, so y'all make sure you stick with us. 2 days outdoor activity, Pilot Butte State Park. Now there's a few ways you can do this. We chose the laziest way because we're a little outdoor activied out right now. It is our last day in Bend.
You can also walk up that paved road or bike or whatever, snowshoe if it's snowing. Or there's a steeper nature trail that you can go up. There's a couple of different ways. This is actually one of only 4 cities in the United States that has an active volcano within its city limits.
That's pretty wild. Pilot Butte is 480 feet tall, so the view up here is ridiculous. If you can't see behind us, you can see on a clear day all the way up to Mount Hood and maybe even into Washington from here. This spot has been used for centuries. Native peoples used to track herd movements. Travelers would come up on the top of this thing to figure out where they were and find the river, but it's gorgeous up here.
This is a great place to visit because you get a 360-degree view of Bend.
The whole city. You can see it from right here. Yes, this is exactly what you think it is. The very last Blockbuster.
It's the last one since the one in Anchorage closed in 2018 and they're no longer allowing franchises to open, so it is officially the very last Blockbuster.
Let's bring back the memories. Blockbuster fanny pack. Dang.
Half the people don't even have DVD players anymore, even, you know?
Well, that's why they are out of business.
Yeah, but this one.
Crazy to think that there is an entire generation of people that exist on this planet that don't know what a Blockbuster is.
Mommy and Daddy, what are these little black boxes?
Can't come to Blockbuster and not buy something out of the candy line, right? Okay, Victoria's go-to candy was Twizzlers. Mine was Reese's. Let us know what yours is in the comment below, or was. And if you didn't get nostalgic seeing some of this Blockbuster stuff, you can stop watching my channel. Real big shocker. It's time to check out, and we're up against it. So we need to wrap this thing up. Our week-long bender and Bend is officially over. And this place is amazing. Outdoor adventure land, so many things to do, cute little town. Had a great time seeing our friends Mario and Eugenia, and cannot recommend this place enough. It definitely lived up to every single expectation we had between rafting, paddle boarding, floating, just hanging out around town, visiting all the breweries. There's so much to do here. But before we go, you know what time it is. Project RV Campground Review. Boop.
We stayed at the camp, and as we may have mentioned before, it is actually the only RV park within the downtown Bend area. And that is actually because they don't allow them to be built anymore. And they also don't allow any new infrastructure. So since they were grandfathered in, all of their facilities are in trailers.
Yes. So their office, they've actually got a cool little barber shop in a trailer right here, but even the bathrooms and showers are in trailers. So that was their workaround, but hey, good workaround.
It was $85 a night, which is not horrible. We had full hookups and a nice little turf area for the dogs to hang out on.
They've got an area with a fire pit, grill, a place that a lot of people go chill. They put out coffee every morning.
A little book nook where you could, you know, check out a book.
Yeah, obviously a pet area, but they also, if you don't have your own RV, they do rent out vintage RVs, like old Airstreams and redone up RVs, and they're really cool looking. Yeah. I guess the only other thing to note is there's no tent camping, and you might want to check with them because there's only a few larger RV spots. We're definitely one of the bigger ones in this campground. So
yeah, and it can be a little hard if you don't book ahead of time to get a large amount of space. We actually had to move halfway through, which is fine.
We moved one space over, not bad.
Definitely the place to stay if you're coming to Bend, because it was only 5, maybe 10 minutes from everywhere that we wanted to go.
Okay, that about does it for Bend, Oregon. So we'll be catching you next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.